Most beautiful heart. In a bustling town, a young man stood in the center of a crowded square, his voice ringing out confidently. Look at me, everyone. I have the most beautiful heart in the world. The crowd gathered around, and when the young man revealed his heart, it was flawless, perfectly shaped, smooth, and without a single blemish. The people were mesmerized by its beauty and praised him endlessly. Amid the admiration, an old man stepped forward, his eyes gentle but resolute. My son, the old man said, you believe your heart is the most beautiful, but I challenge you. I too have a beautiful heart. Curious, the young man asked, show us your heart then. The old man slowly unveiled his heart. It was rough and uneven, covered in scars, with pieces missing and others added in various shapes and colors. The crowd gasped in surprise, some even recoiled at the sight. The young man burst out laughing. Old man, are you mad? Look at your heart, it's full of scars, wounds, and imperfections. How can you claim that it's more beautiful than mine? The old man smiled warmly and began to explain. Dear boy, my heart may look rough and scarred, but every imperfection tells a story. Each scar represents a moment of love I shared. When I gave a piece of my heart to someone, they gave me a piece of theirs in return, which I placed where mine was torn away. Some pieces fit well, others not so much, and some never gave me anything in return. But I shared anyway because love isn't about getting, it's about giving. The crowd listened intently as the old man continued. Your heart, on the other hand, is flawless. It shows that you've never risked giving your love to others. You've kept it perfect, but untouched. Real beauty isn't about perfection on the outside, it's about the experiences, the love, and the sacrifices that shape your heart. The young man was stunned into silence. Tears welled up in his eyes as he realized the truth in the old man's words. He walked slowly toward the old man, and with trembling hands, tore a small piece of his own perfect heart. He handed it to the old man, who gratefully accepted it and placed it within his own heart, where it fit perfectly. As the crowd witnessed this exchange, they began to understand that real beauty is not in flawless appearances, wealth, or status. Instead, it is found in the scars that tell stories of love, the sacrifices made for others, and the kindness shared with the world. The young man's heart, now with a small imperfection, had become more beautiful than ever before. And the old man's heart, though still rough and scarred, was filled with the light of true beauty, shining brightly for all to see. The story of the most beautiful heart serves as a profound metaphor for the nature of true beauty, love, and the human experience. At its core, the narrative challenges the conventional notions of perfection, revealing that true beauty is not about outward appearances or maintaining an unblemished facade, but about the depth of one's character and the capacity to love and be loved. The young man and superficial perfection. The young man, with his flawless heart, represents a perspective that values external beauty and perfection. His heart, untouched and pristine, symbolizes a life lived without taking emotional risks, avoiding vulnerability, and not engaging deeply with others. His pride in the perfection of his heart reflects a common societal focus on appearances, on things that are visually appealing but lack substance and experience. This character's initial pride is a reflection of how people often place value on things that are perfect or unblemished, be it in physical appearance, material possessions, or social status. However, this kind of beauty is superficial, as it doesn't account for the richness of human experiences that come from giving, loving, and sometimes getting hurt. The old man and true beauty. In contrast, the old man's heart is rough, scarred, and uneven, yet it exudes a warmth and wisdom that the young man's heart lacks. The old man's heart tells a story of a life lived fully, with all its joys, sorrows, and the inevitable pain that comes with loving others. Each scar and imperfection represents a moment where he gave a part of himself to someone else, whether or not it was reciprocated. This portrayal of the old man emphasizes that true beauty comes from the experiences we gather over time, the love we give and receive, the sacrifices we make, and the emotional connections we form with others. His heart, though imperfect, is a testament to a life rich in love and empathy, showing that real beauty is found in our willingness to share our hearts with others, despite the risks. The young man's realization. The young man's realization, marked by his tears and the act of tearing a piece of his heart to give to the old man, signifies a powerful transformation. It's a moment of awakening where he understands that his perfect heart, though admired by many, lacks the depth and meaning that comes from loving others. This act of giving a piece of his heart symbolizes his first step toward embracing vulnerability and the understanding that true beauty lies in connection and compassion. The moral of the story. The story teaches a timeless lesson, that beauty is not about being perfect or flawless, but about being authentic, compassionate, and open-hearted. The scars and imperfections in our hearts are not marks of weakness or failure. Rather, they are badges of honor that show we have lived, loved, and cared deeply. It also touches on the importance of humility and the willingness to learn from others, as seen in the young man's transformation after meeting the old man. It reminds us that while physical beauty and external achievements may fade, the love we give and the relationships we build leave a lasting legacy. In conclusion, in a world that often prioritizes surface-level beauty and perfection, this story is a poignant reminder that true beauty comes from a heart's capacity to love, share, and embrace the imperfections that make us human. It encourages us to look beyond the surface and value the deeper qualities that define a life well lived. Precious one, remember not to leave behind you this important key as you strive to hack life. You can also share with us the lesson you have learned from the story in the comments section below. If you enjoyed our content and want to learn more, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Your support helps us bring you even more great videos. Hit that bell icon to stay updated with our latest uploads, and share with friends who might enjoy our channel too. Thanks for being part of our community.